What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to how OF secretly trapped millions of creators. There's not too many shorties out there that don't got a link in their bio, gang. It's the fact that the average creator isn't even making that much from it. It's just only like the ones with the most clout, you know what I'm saying, that's actually making something from this. But before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Naughty Squad and like this video. We is almost at 1K. Let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video is hitting for. Let's go.
In 2020, we witnessed the explosive rise of OF. Millions flocked to the site with hopes of getting filthy rich.
You censoring
By
yourself saying OF?
2024, the company hit the absolute peak, becoming a multi-billion-dollar empire in the span of a few short years.
Crazy.
This success was built entirely on the backs of creators lured by the promise of getting wealthy while taking control of their own bodies. With endless celebrity faces endorsing the brand, convincing young women to join was like taking candy from a
But
baby.
every time I see Bad Baby, I ain't gonna lie, she look different, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's always something that's different about her. I don't know whether it's the hair don't count because she's always changing that shit. But it's just like either she got a new nose, new lips, new ass, new body. You know what I'm saying? New boobs, got a tan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always something that's changing. She look like a different person each time.
Just fallen for a heavily disguised trap. While a select few at the top walked away with millions, the vast majority were left making less than minimum wage, permanently ruining their chances of ever landing a reputable job in the process. Today, we are revealing exactly how this company trapped millions of creators without them ever even knowing it, leaving them broke with a permanent stain on their reputation. While the industry this company operates in has been around since the beginning of time, they managed to do something that has never been achieved before. They were able to turn this frowned upon job, which was a backdoor under the table service, into a global, widely accepted mainstream career path that was absolutely everywhere. Women in those industries once hid their involvement out of embarrassment or shame. When it came to the site, creators openly promoted their involvement on their social platforms, often linking their page right at the top of their profiles and bragging about their multi-million-dollar earnings in interviews. The company
got a hickey on her neck and shit doing the interview.
The stigma behind the industry, turning it into a highly desirable path for young women to get rich fast. How they did it was seriously questionable. The company utilized the same classic strategy many major corporations have been doing for years. They used the most influential people to do all the heavy lifting. This was the first step in their plan. There were three crucial steps they took to trap millions of creators. The first step was the complete rebranding of the industry. They had to find a way to remove the negative stigma behind this sort of work and make it desirable and acceptable to the average person. They did this by turning celebrities into walking billboards for their brand. By privately cutting deals with some of the biggest influential names in the world, they created the exact perspective and demand they needed to get people on the platform.
Bro, they keep using Cardi B as B-roll, nigga. Did she got a link? This what she was doing? Was she popping it? I don't think so. I wouldn't want to see that, but it's like, why y'all keep using Cardi B? Because she was like promoting that, like, stripper tight, you know what I'm saying? Use like the City Girls or something at least. Use Ruby Rose or something aesthetically pleasing, because this ain't it, nigga.
Early days of the site, we saw many celebrities jump on board.
The face is crazy.
Massive rap icons like Cardi B and Hollywood stars like Bella Thorne quickly turned the site into the hot new place to get rich.
They had OnlyFans?
The way they
she had
promoted the
OnlyFans?
site was highly strategic and incredibly manipulative. They abandoned the traditional branding known for this industry and repackaged it as a tool for independent women to make money while taking control of their bodies. They were told that this was a liberating path to financial freedom. It was marketed by every influencer and celebrity as the ultimate way for a woman to secure a bag without needing a man. The company even started tying itself to the feminist movement. When impressionable young women saw their idols telling them this was fully accepted by society, a guaranteed way to get rich, and a method of taking back their bodies, they came rushing in, and the site grew immensely overnight. Now, it wasn't just young girls trying to make some extra money. Regular everyday women began posting on the site, with one teacher eventually getting exposed for using her middle school class.
Bro, I'll never forget, bro. A girl that I grew up with that was kind of like my first shorty in a way, right? Like, had a crush on her all throughout elementary school, right? Because I went to kindergarten with her. But she moved, Came back around, say around 8th grade, 9th grade, right? Cool. We was cool, but I had a girl already, you know what I'm saying? But I was still cool with her, so we was cool. And then when I had went into the military after graduating, I went to the military, you know what I'm saying? And I would talk to her here and there and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? She would talk a little crazy or whatever. I would entertain it. We talking, and I find out that she on Pornhub. Boom. Getting cracked. My heart sank. I'm like, damn, bro. Right? Coming home, it's probably like 2020, 2021. She got OnlyFans and all that. She got like a little community and shit. Cause I was finally getting my PC together and stuff like that. I'm seeing these creators playing like stuff like Among Us and shit. I'm trying to play. You know what I'm saying? So she would have like a Discord. All her little fans, whatever, you know what I'm saying, her little simps or whatever, they would join Discord and they'll get in the Discord and they want to play and all that. But it changed how I look at her, bro. It's like I can't. I don't know. I can't. And I already have a bad experience with like with shorties with OFs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Apart from that. But that'll be for a story time for another channel, another day, another
Classroom
video.
as a set to film more content. It seemed like everybody wanted in. Once they turned the site into the hot new trend, it was time to keep people on the platform. They did this by creating the illusion that anyone can get rich, which is step 2. Not long after people started flocking to the site, creators began flexing how much they were making every chance they got. It was almost like they were advised to brag about their earnings or something. Bella Thorne famously crashed the site and made $1 million in her first 24 hours.
Crazy.
Black China allegedly made $20 million a month
surprised.
at her peak, but it was Danielle Bregoli, also known as Bad Baby, who took things
Now
even
this,
further.
all the niggas that was behind this, sick, weirdo. Like, y'all waited till she turned 18. Y'all was probably scoping it out. Mind you, if she just dropped a OF like right when she turned 18, that means that she was making content while she was under the age. So y'all would subscribe to the content of underage CP. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. How old is she now? $23? She only like a cool 5 years younger than me. Damn. Hey, right now, I'd crack. But then I would still feel weird because I first seen her when she was like, what, 15? So it'd be weird. While she was 15, I was 20. And that's why I can't even do it. Then she started doing all this shit with her, like her lips and then the BBL, the ant booty. You know what I'm saying? I can't get behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's cold. Leave that for the young niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Reportedly making $4 million on her first day.
$4 million on the first day is crazy.
And by the end of the day, it was at like 4 million. Oh my God. And now overall, the net on it is like 75.
While Bad Baby became the biggest success story,
That's crazy.
she at the same time became the most disturbing one. Her entire debut on the site relied entirely on her coming of age birthday, which many all over the world desperately waited for. They were so interested in seeing her cross the mark, they wasted $4 million in one day. Soon after, the success stories kept piling up. Iggy Azalea was making over $9 million.
Like this, you know what I'm saying? I could get behind this. I ain't paying for it though, because you know what I'm saying? I'm not dropping no $15, $20 for that shit. Nigga, I get this shit for the free ski. If you know, you know. But this is some good milk right here. You know what I'm saying? A little sprinkle of cinnamon on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Little Tay later mirrored
This is nasty.
trend, flexing about clearing.
Anybody a part of this? I ain't got no words for y'all. Y'all on some other
$1 million in just 3 hours immediately after joining.
That's crazy.
It seemed like everyone was making millions by posting. If reshaping the stigma behind the industry was setting the trap, this is the moment when the trap snaps shut. With all of these success stories, women had the incentive they needed to post the content they were likely too embarrassed to post. Seeing these women make millions overnight gave them every reason.
Like, why she couldn't stay like this though? She looked valid like this. It's cool. You ain't got to do the lip fillers, bro. You had a little bit of lip. You don't need too much. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, gang.
that risk. Who
Should be looking
cares if
crazy.
some
Now you
people
look
will
crazy.
judge them or if they can never get a real
Can't even
job
smile.
again,
It looked
as
like
long as they
uncomfortable
get
to smile.
rich? Soon, everyone with a profile was gonna be able to get rich. Well, everyone except for 99% of the people who made accounts. While some people did make millions on the site, most of those reports were proven to be extremely exaggerated, either to promote the site itself or to build their personal page by creating artificial hype. Either way, most people weren't making as much as they claimed. But the people who really weren't making
Fit
any
is
money
trash.
were everyone else who didn't have a massive online following. Some celebrities easily made millions because they were already famous. Millions of people were already interested in them. But the average person with
Bro,
no
did
social
Cardi
media
B have a OnlyFans or not, bro? Let me do some research. I gotta take the glasses and put it up because you know what I'm saying, the reflection might show some shit that I can't even take out, gang. Hold on.
was guaranteed to make almost no money. Statistical data from 2024 to 2026 indicates that most creators earn far less than a full-time minimum wage salary. The median account earns approximately $150 to $180 per month. Since this is the median, 50% of all creators earn this amount or less. For a full-time job in the US, even a low federal minimum wage equates to roughly $1,250 per month. Only about 3 to 4%.
The boom still don't work, but hey, yeah, it's there. Ooh, yeah, it's there. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Whoa, yeah, it's there, buddy.
Of creators earn more than this amount. But you know who is guaranteed to make lots of money? The company.
Yeah.
In
They
2024,
taking like
after
probably
paying out
50%.
80% to creators, the platform retained
Damn.
$1.41 billion in net revenue. You may think, how did they make so much money if most creators on the platform are barely making enough in a month to cover a dinner for two? Well, they take a cut from every single person that posts, whether it be a person making $100 a month or $4 million in a month. Considering there are over 4.6 million creators on the platform, you can see how they were able to make billions of dollars quite easily. The company turned millions of—
Man, if I ain't had no morals, gang, and no self-respect, bro, I'll run this shit up. Easy. Like, what? This shit's so easy, gang. You just get a shorty that's down to do content with, you milk it. Then now you build your portfolio with other shorties and shit like that. You keep a mind chart on you stay clean, you stay respectful, you do good business and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You get your clout up. And then that's when you just run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Now you just smack hoes and get paid to smack hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if I didn't care about my digital footprint, bro, I'll be running it up, gang. But not all money is good money. For my youngers out there.
Of women into their assets, bringing in non-stop money. While the company gets richer, the creators who are in the bottom 90% throw away their futures for a couple of dollars a day. This pushed many creators to the point of no return. Once a creator realizes they aren't making the millions they were promised, the logical choice would be to simply delete the app and walk away.
And that's the thing, bro. This is what I don't understand. Y'all will go out your way to film yourself playing with yourself. You post it on the internet, right? You got to make it Twitter so you can get it out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You post it all over Twitter and shit like that. It doesn't work out. Things is not as you planned it to be. And now you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. You delete it and shit like that. Well, it's not going to be deleted again. And now people have already seen it. They already seen you do what you do and seen what you did. And now it's stuck on the internet. It's gone forever. It's not gone forever. Actually, it's there forever. Now, any point in time when you got, like, say you got a little boo thing or whatever, he find out that you did OnlyFans just like that because his homeboy had seen you on Reddit. Because somebody in his Discord chat had posted it and he said, oh, she looked familiar. Oh, my homeboy dating that shorty. Hey, yo, look at this. And then boom. Now niggas is banging on your shorty for free. Or because she wants, you know what I'm saying? Or you decide you don't want to do it no more. You try to delete it, but the job that you're trying to go for has already seen it. Now they don't want to hire you or they fire you. Is it
The
worth
site
the
design
squeeze?
the
Is the juice
system
worth
we're
the
leaving
squeeze?
means facing the permanent consequences of the internet. When you make an account and post the first piece of content, your digital footprint is permanently altered. Third-party websites instantly archive everything uploaded to the platform. We all know the internet is forever. When you apply for a job after posting on the site,
Like you do this, picture for instance, Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose used to do OnlyFans, right? Her pictures are still gonna be on Reddit. I search Ruby Rose right now. Ruby Rose's picture's still gonna be an edit. You know what I'm saying? Getting freaky with the girls or whatnot. Another example, India Love. India Love. She's still showing the yitties and the yaddy. You feel me? She wasn't doing too much, but she still did something, and it's still gonna be there. Who else? What's another example? Comment down below another example of somebody who quit OF and thought that that was gonna change something, but it's still out there. It's a lot of it's a lot of them out here, bro. It's crazy. Oh, say for instance, Maya Khalifa, one of the biggest eaters in the game, the biggest haram in the game, bro. Like she tried to reinvent herself into a fashion designer, knowing not wanting to be remembered as what she was, a biggest eater, the biggest eater. And then, hey, every time somebody see Maya Khalifa's name, bro, it's like we know. What you want to be known for is not what we know you for. We know you for this.
does not work out. A simple search can lead
know
employers
you for
directly
that.
to your profile. Not only might it be embarrassing, but in most cases, it can cost you your job. This means these creators usually have nowhere else to go. Either they
Telling
stay
you.
on the site or
At
they
that
explore
point,
the darker
You gotta go all in, gang. You gotta be on some be nasty shit. You gotta be on some wet kitty city shit. Yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know the best. Janice Hart, all that. You gotta go all that. You might as well go all out. You gotta stay being influenced. You can't go back to no regular shit, bro. Cause at the end of the day, you cook. That girl, Danae Davis, cooked. It's forever gonna be known.
traditional side of this
Gonna be
industry
known as the
because
burning
these average
dragon, the burning
creators are
demon.
barely scraping by, making that one
The Human
fifty a
Torch.
month. Desperation sets in. The platform internal ranking system heavily favors high-frequency posting and consistent engagement. To compete with the 4.6 million other creators on the site, they are forced to push their personal boundaries further and further. They start offering more extreme content for less money just to keep the few paying subscribers they manage to get. The independence they were promised completely vanishes. They become totally bound to a digital algorithm forced to consistently produce just to maintain a poverty level wage. The company essentially built a one-way door. They invited millions of women in with the promise of taking back their power, took their 20% cut of every single transaction, and left them permanently trapped in a digital cage they can never fully escape. Just like that, the corporations created a new thriving billion-dollar industry off the backs of small creators who would never make enough to even get by. This brings us to the third and final step of the trap. The company had gotten the creators and now needed to draw in the customers. They did this by tricking millions of lonely men into buying into a fake relationship. The platform trapped millions of young girls and simultaneously hooked a massive audience of young men. The company marketed itself as the ultimate financial solution for young women. For men, it functioned as a direct evolution of the content they were already hooked on. They trapped female creators with the promise of endless money. Likewise, they trap young lonely men with the promise of real intimate connection. Creators on traditional sites rarely
Whole time you texting her manager, whole time you texting her assistant, whole time you texting another grown-ass man is not the person that you think you're talking to. And you paying 20, maybe 15, 20, $25 for a DM fee and all that, and it's not even in, bro. Come on, gang. Y'all gotta realize the game, bro. Ever since that nigga Andrew Tate ran down how he made it happen, I'm like, yo, that's crazy, nigga. That's wild, gang. I ain't looking at it the same, bro. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro. All them DMs that y'all think I be getting from them, it probably ain't them. Them dick rates, she probably ain't even rating your dick. It's the manager. And the manager ain't a female. Word.
interacted with the consumers of that content. But this site promised the consumers the ability to have a direct connection with these creators for a price. On this site, users could request a special video or give a big donation directly to their favorite creator with the push of a button. This created the false illusion that they had a connection with these creators. The creator, and especially the company, exploited this connection to milk every single dollar. Reports show some men tipped unbelievable amounts for private videos from these creators on top of their monthly subscription. Some of these lonely men are spending their—
That remind me of that Euphoria episode where the shorty, she needed some extra money and shit like that, and she realized that she could do like OnlyFans type content, and she went and she was getting it done, but she was doing it under a mask and all that, and there was some guys that would literally like donate to be degraded. Got this little nigga with an inch pincher, smaller than my pinky over here. Like, go ahead, make fun of my Deasley. Go ahead, make fun of my Deasley. Da 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 da. And she would like be like, what? Yeah, go ahead and tell me how small it is and da 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 da. And I'll pay you this much amount and da 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 da. And she's like, cha-ching. There's really some weird niggas out there that'll pay for that shit. And that's their
entire
fault, man.
paychecks
Like,
on these creators. In
it's
California,
weird. You're weird
alone,
out here.
residents spent approximately $350 million on subscription and tips in 1 year. This accounted for nearly 13% of the total US market. These young men were practically throwing their money at the site, searching for a connection they were never going to find. The sad reality is, the more they used the platform, the lonelier they became. The connection was strictly financial, leaving these young men with nothing the moment they ran out of money. They were left even lonelier than before. This unnatural relationship likely made it even harder for them to build genuine connections with people in the real world, further pushing them deeper and deeper into that content. The company created the perfect unsuspected trap. They convinced a generation of young women that selling their beauty was the peak of independence. At the exact same time, they convinced millions of young men that paying for a false digital relationship was a valid substitute for genuine human connection. Both sides were handed a carefully crafted illusion. The creators sacrificed their future reputations and potential careers for pennies. The consumers drained their bank accounts for a fleeting sense of intimacy that left them more isolated than before. While these two groups fed off each other's desperation, the corporations sat perfectly in the middle, collecting their 20% cut of every single transaction. This was a highly coordinated corporate operation. They took the oldest industry in the world, packaged it in modern empowerment marketing, and weaponized human loneliness to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. The empowerment narrative was simply the bait used to extract massive wealth from vulnerable people on both sides of the screen.
She look like a Oompa Loompa, bro. She looks so orange.
This company changed the world forever, and the impact has been overwhelmingly negative. While a few celebrities got even richer, the rest were left with nothing but the reality that they were misled and tricked into abandoning their morals. Society as a whole was genuinely impacted by this industry. Many young girls are still operating off the false impression that they do not need to go to college or figure out a good career. They believe they can just go on the site and get rich. Many young men are being taught to avoid the pressure of finding real intimate connections.
Like, bro, that's literally like the go-to. If you see a shorty say she need quick money, she's like, I better just start an OF and just sell ass. Like, y'all rather be online prostitutes than actually go and get it for real. Like, what? All the shit that you can come up with, and this is...
and chase after the ones that they can buy for a few bucks. This company has fundamentally changed the way people see the world. In my opinion, the damage this is causing is irreversible. What is truly sad is that there are no signs of this stopping. Every day, more and more young girls are signing up and making the mistake of posting. Young men are putting in their credit card numbers, spending the little bit they have. At the end of it all, the company piles up billions while causing society to descend further. This is how they successfully trapped a generation and got rich while doing it.
I ain't gonna lie, this might be a hot take, but this might be like our crack era. Like, you know how the 80s crack era epidemic or whatever you call it, this might be a game. You know what I'm saying? It's destroying the society game. Word. This might be it.
Do you feel like the site was a negative as a whole for society? Or do you think the gain outweighs the loss? Also, let me know if you would like to see a part 2 to this video where I dive deeper into the industry as a whole. revealing how it is designed to trap.
And if I start an OF, I can't even show my face to my family, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure that y'all comment down below, leave a like, and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noti Squad. We is almost at 1K. Let's get there. With that being said, locked in. Let's get it.